Miss Brotuti Bhattacharya, Secretary General, the Sri Shikshayatan Group of Institutes. Brotuti ma'am, you had a very checkered career. You started as an investment banker, then moved into school education, then moved into higher education today. First of all, tell briefly how is this journey? I know a journey of a couple of decades may not be just explained in a few words, but still.
This journey has been very interesting. As an investment banker, I was dealing with bankers and underwriters and, the stock exchanges. And then one fine day, I decided to come into education because it was a transferable job and my children were very small and I wanted to give a lot of time to my children. So I decided to come into education because that time, education was a different concept. You could get vacation, you could spend time with your children. So I took up education and I started teaching economics, which was my subject at the higher level, that is in class 11 and 12. So that's how I started the journey of school. But yes, the major difference was in the salaries. I started getting 1/10 of the salary what I was getting in investment banking.
Naturally, yeah.
So people in the school, they thought that I'm going to run away and I'm not going to continue. But it did not happen that way because, in a classroom situation, I'm sure all teachers will accept this and appreciate that your students, when they come back to you and when you see the learning outcome in them, that's your bonus. And nothing can be better than that.
And school to higher education, how is the transfer? Because in school you were more at the execution level. You were teacher, you were guiding youngsters, mentoring them. Today you are more at the strategic level. You are more at the business, overall direction and strategy of the group. And Sri Shikshayatan, for everyone to know, has been one of the premier group of educational institutions, both schools and colleges. And it has actually groomed generations of young ladies in Calcutta and from even outside Calcutta. So how has this evolution from a teacher's role to a strategist role now evolved?
Yes, from a teacher's role, I became the vice principal and where I had to decide on many aspects of, how teaching would be taking place in the class. From there, I became the principal. So a lot of administrative actions I had to take as a principal. From a principal's role, I then switched over as a chief education officer of another group where I was looking for about 8 to 10 schools. And from there, chain of schools, where I had to see, new schools opening, then going to the affiliation board to get them affiliated. So that was a different kind of a journey. And then I joined Sri Shikshayatan Group, where I have to oversee 4 institutes. We have 2 schools, 1 college and 1 business school. So this journey again has been very, very enterprising and in fact I would say also very, very challenging because every place has its own style of operation and first you need to get adjusted, understand your people and then you can bring about changes. So what changes do we see? We see the changes in the classroom level, the environment level, the teaching methodology, everything has changed. And I'm sure change is one thing which is part of our life. And you have to accept this change. Now, do you want to hear about the school level or do you want to hear about
more at the strategic level in higher education?
Strategic level in the higher education. See, in colleges, we never thought that in colleges when you're doing degree course, you'll be placed. But, placement starts with completing your degree course, which was earlier not there. And we have a lot of activities, which earlier was also not there, where we have a lot of people coming and talking to the students, giving them the perspective from their angle. So children, as I see that, you may get a lot of experience. You can hear a lot of experiences from people. And what do? You use your intelligence to choose because nowadays you really don't need a teacher in the class because the information is there on the website and in many other areas, internet. But what you require is how to choose that information and how to apply that information.
I often say that there is no teaching left anymore. There is no need of a teacher. It's basically mentors who are required. those who hold hands,
Absolutely.
those who show light, motivate, and maybe the first stimulus towards learning something. So how is the role of this mentor different from school to college?
I don't think that there is a difference. Only thing is that, the age is different. So you have to, when I sat through a class where I was dealing with a child who was 1.5 years old, and I had to continuously do an activity, because every time I stopped that activity, the child would start crying. And, when you are dealing with
21-year-old.
bigger old children, they come with some knowledge of their own, and there the dealings are different. And in college, there is a concept of freedom. Now, how they're going to use that freedom and how the teacher is going to allow them to use that freedom, and also make them feel comfortable, be a mentor, encourage them so that the dropouts are lesser.
Right.
So I think now the focus is that there should not be dropouts in the college level.
Dropouts actually harm the youngsters also, because they have a setback in life and career. There is a sense of frustration that builds in. It also harms the institute, because institute plans its academics based on a certain number, and if the number is 10% low, it's a problem. You want to say something?
Yes, but one thing, the way education is changing, I only see that the concept of a 5-day or a 6-day may change in future, and it may be reduced to maybe 3 days a week.
3 days on campus,
And 3
days you
days,
off campus, you learn on yourself.
Absolutely.
Great. I really appreciate that's an innovation. I remember in one of the programs of the CII, where you are co-chairing a committee on education, you had actually brought in the discussion on school education innovation, and you gave a keynote at the beginning.
Absolutely.
So what a few points on innovations would you like to bring about for school and college education?
I would say new ideas, new way to deal with your students, and I would insist on an action research. Because what happens, people do research, but when we put this word as action, that means,
it has to have an application.
Yes, it has to have an application, and then you reflect on it, and then you keep on changing your, actions to suit and to solve a problem.
Right.
So that is something I would say, that innovate, and innovate. You never know how it may click, and things change.
So if Vidya Balan was right to tell entertain, and entertain in the world of media and entertainment, because if you can't make people smile, laugh, weep, jump and dance, you can't be an entertainer. It's nice to hear an education strategist to tell innovate, and innovate. That's the way you survive. Thank you, ma'am, for your time
Thank you so
today.
much.